Good morning, investors. Welcome to the 25th of June 2014. This is the market review, and as you can see, the trade of the day is called Bidvest. Bidvest code is BBT. Last traded price is R285.46. The objective of this trade to buy from a low to a high, and we call it a long. As you can see, the entry level here on its dotted blue line is R283.55. Expectations to go to a target, and that will be the green line of R292.61 if the share moves up. The stop loss level, that will be the red line here, and that will be R279.02 if the share wants to come down to this low levels here or exit. The current open trades, as you can see, ASR, it's a long position. If it's in green, it's positive. Goldfields, also a long position, and it's positive. Mondi was a short position, currently in a negative trade. Impala, also a long position, it's a positive trade at this moment. MTN, also in a downwards trade or short position, currently positive by 1.92%. And African Rainbow Minerals, long position, also positive by 0.96%. As you can see, the blue line isn't on the top 40 here, and it's starting to come down here. I will explain more of that on the quick charts explanations. Looking at Dow Jones, they came last night down almost 118 points, and as you can see, a low high, and that was the fear of this high here, and Iraq and the oil phase that's currently happening there. And as you can see, it actually came down to this black line here. This data is 1 day late, so just take note of that. So it came down from this high to this level here, 118 points down. And very important to detect the second low here on the two bottoms here, and that is about 16,800 points. Looking at the J200, that's the top 40 shares. And as you can see, they also came down with this fall of yesterday, losing a bit of momentum. Very important to take note of this blue line here, that's the index. It's still in an upward channel, but you see these lows here. At any time if it breaks these lows here, and that low will be approximately about close to the 45,800 level. If it breaks 45,800, the next one is about 45,600. So then you can get a bit of a downward side happening in our markets in the short term. Shoprite. Shoprite still going down. Expectation is still to go to this low on the 61.8% on the Fibonacci. Currently trading at R153.89. Next low of expectation is about 151.67. Then we need to see if there's going to be a bit of bargain hunting happening on the specific share in the short term as well. Truworths also testing the 61.8% still in the short term, and you can just go basically do this. Just draw this downward channel here roughly, and you can actually see how this downward channel actually occurred in this downward channel. Still in a downward channel there as well. Mr. Price. Mr. Price is totally different from the Woolies, from Truworths and Shoprite at this moment. The blue lines, the share price, still breaking up, testing the previous highs of about 180 to 181 Rand. Currently trading at 180 Rand. Now this is the small breakup that happened, and this was the reversal head and shoulder we spoke about. There's the leg, there's the shoulder, there's the head, broke up, and it could test that one leg, but the movement is very small on this specific trade at this moment. Let's go and look at Woolies. Now Woolies, these lows are very important, so very soon you could most probably see a bit of a sell-off happening on this share. Currently it was trading at 78 as a support. Current low is 77.35 as it traded. Now this 77 Rand is going to be very important. If it broke it, the next low could be here by 76, next low about 75, and then it shows on this indications here, next low after that could be 74. Looking at the indicators, there's the breakdown. Do you see it on the indicators? There's the breakdown happening currently at this moment. And on the RSIs, also a bit of a breakdown happening there. And the stochastics are starting to break down. So we can see Woolies most probably coming more down on this specific trade. Let's go to the banking sector. Barclays Bank. Very important what you need to note here. This is the green and the red. That's the channel. Green support, red is always resistance. high, low, high, low. So we need to see if this one could actually go and test this bottom here and start breaking down here, or bounce here and go up. A lot of uncertainty in this trade at this time on Barclays Bank. Standard Bank. Now Standard Bank is also quite topish for me at this moment. You can see in this channel testing the highs, the lows, the high, the low. Now here's a high, there's a low, there's the high, but it's not higher than that high. There's a low, so there's a bit of sideways of uncertainty showing here on this share here. You need to keep a close eye. If it breaks about 143, 146 as a low, next low could be just underneath here to the 144 levels in the short term. Let's run to MTN. Now MTN is testing this 225.50 levels here at this moment. My low is 224 on indications here. This is the upward channel. Now we need to see if this is going to bounce up. But look at this, high, lower. We broke this low that we actually called up in the last few days. So this could actually start to do what now? Just a small indication here of a downward cycle happening on the share here. And at any time at the base of 224 level, you most likely going to see direction going more down. And that's why I'm keeping this low here of 224.39, but I'm using 224 Rand for more breakdown. Vodacom, very interesting on Vodacom. This was the channel, the cycle, low, high, low, high, low, high. It's starting to come down. Now, it seems that this one want to do the opposite of the market again. And you can see yesterday the high of 135, trading at 150. There could be expectation that this share can bounce back to 135 Rand in the short term. But we need to keep a close eye where it could go in direction. So there's a bit of uncertainty here for me as well in the short term. Barloworld. We're looking at Barloworld here, and I'm keeping a close eye on this 100 Rand. Doing nothing at this moment, very uncertain where the direction could be in the short term. One share I'm going to pull up is African Rainbow Minerals. Now, African Rainbow Minerals, as you can see, downward side, cycle going sideways here. I'm just going to delete this and just show you how I'm going to try to approach this on the technical side. First of all, I'm going to pull a Fibonacci, and I'm going to pull it up from here to here. Now, it's currently trading between the 61 and the 100%. Now, very important for me, what I'm going to try to do here is just to see where's the current support and resistance here. So I'm going to use the high levels here, and I'm going to use the low levels here on this indication, just to see where the channel is going. So I can actually see the current channel trading range is about 186 to about 192. That's the previous highs. But this year's got a bit of a cycle trading. It seems quite low here. Looking at some indicators on the top of the channel here. Let me show you again what I'm actually seeing. It's high here, so it's testing that high there. So the current trading range for me on African Rainbow Minerals is about 192, 186, 192, 186. And that has actually continued for the last 3 or 4 weeks on this specific share. If I go to the stochastics, it will actually concur it for me. You will see the lows there, the highs there, the low there, and now testing the previous high. So there could be opportunity for this share just to truly come a bit back more here. If it does break this high here, next high could be back to 200 Rand, trading at 192. If it breaks this high, next high is about 200. So I will say break 194, 200, definitely a good option to go and trade the share. Otherwise, breaking this bottom here, going downwards, it could go from the 186 levels back to the 177 levels here at the bottom of the Fibonacci. So let's see how these shares will play out in the next day or two. Enjoy your trading.